Hey guys, it is Friday afternoon, and I hope everyone's having a good day. I'm going to look up a quote from Albert Camus. I think it's Albert, right? Isn't that how you pronounce? I know the last name Camus, French. Although I believe he was originally born in Algeria. Nope, I could be wrong. I think I might be thinking of Satir. Was born in Algeria. He has a wonderful quote on freedom. I'm not 100% in the Albert Camus camp that he is, one of the existentialists. I'm just happy that I said that right. I'm not sure I could say it right again. Probably will have to if I keep talking about this because one, that's what Camus was, and two, hey, it's a challenge. Can I say it twice correctly in a row? Probably not. So I'm thinking about uh, freedom quite a bit, but maybe not quite the same as you might think. It's a little bit different. Just give me a second here, guys. Um, I'm thinking of a freedom, true freedom, is independent of cause, independent of effect. True freedom is when we are not pulled or pushed in directions by the ego. True freedom is being free um, of the belief that the ego is more than a concept. That's what true freedom is. Because then, no matter what, no matter where you are, no matter um, what situation, circumstance you find yourself in, uh, you're still free. This seems a pretty amazing thing. Hey, Ginger. Ginger says, I'm here. Welcome, my friend. Let me bring up my desktop so I can read the comments easier. Don't have to squint at the phone. So let's read that quote by Camille. What does strength mean to you? In just a minute. Let's see. Donna Roblox is here. Says hello. Hello, my friend. How are you? It's good to say hi, Eric and chat. Hope you're well. Hey, I'm doing pretty well, man. I just listened to a great song. Songho says, hi. Hello, my friend. How are you? So let me read this quote, and then you guys let me know what you think, and then we'll keep going on. The only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free that your very existence is an act of rebellion. The only way to deal with an unfree world, this is from Albert Camus, is to become so absolutely free that your very existence is an act of rebellion. I love that. And you know what? We live in an unfree world, not because of other people. There are people who have been imprisoned, political or for crimes committed or whatever, who found a way to be absolutely free. To be absolutely free means, again, that you are beyond the concept of the ego. that you have entered this spaciousness, unconditional love of your true reality, your true existence. So the way to become absolutely free, so that your very existence is an act of rebellion, is through forgiveness. Because forgiveness is such a shock to the ego will never forgive. So to truly, truly forgive, you have to go beyond the ego, which shocks us right out of the belief that that's our identity. Then you says, I'm going to be a 39-year-old grandpa. Yeah, you mentioned that. Was it yesterday or the day before? It's, I know you're not thrilled with the soon-to-be mother, but man, still, you're a grandfather, or you will be a grandfather. Didn't you have a gender reveal recently? Did you find out what it is? Sorry, my cat sounded like was coughing up a hairball. Ginger says my son is a dumbass. He's 19, right? I was a dumbass until I was 33. So maybe this is just what he needs to, I don't know, enter the next phase, the next phase of life, whatever that might be for him. As I mentioned yesterday, though, think of it this way. You have so many years to be a great grandfather. Teach your grandson fishing, how to fix cars, how to be a truly good person. Januaryville was the election. Gotcha. So as I was looking for that, Albert Camus quote. Of course, a bunch of other stuff on freedom came as well. Voltaire, the great. Hey, Vivian. Vivian, sorry, Voltaire, the great philosopher, says it is difficult to free fools from the chains they revere. I think we've all been there. I think many, if not most of us, is still there. Jace says, greetings, my last visit for today, early night. I would imagine so. You got not just a big day, you got a big weekend coming up. Huge. Let's see. Vivian says, Pop, is that a sound that you're making? Or is it something you're getting ready to drink? Or a term of affection? Jace is waving at Skits, Songhill, and Vivian. Vivian says, poopy. So it is a sound you're making. Gotcha. So Niklos Kanzantzakis. Sure was pronounced. Jace says, howdy. That's a trigger word. That's a trigger word for Jace. You say poopy and all automatically. Vivian says, bye-bye. Bye, Vivian. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Much appreciated. Nikos Kazantzakis, Greek name. You guys might be familiar with him because he wrote Zorba the Greek, a wonderful book. Vivian says, I don't like you. Yeah, a lot of people don't. That's okay. Zorba the Greek, beautiful, beautiful book. The wild guru Osho coined himself Zorba the Buddha, based after Zorba the Greek. It really is a book of true expression. Anyway, he also wrote The Last Temptation of Christ. And he wrote a beautiful book on St. Francis, maybe the most beautiful book on St. Francis ever. Ginger says, I hope the kid won't suffer from my son's hussy. They don't serve nothing but her sloppy Joe that everyone in the county took a nibble out of. Let's see. Well, you know, something about having a kid can be a sobering experience. So who knows what's going to happen? She may turn out to be a wonderful, wonderful mother and have a complete turnaround once she holds that child on her hand. When, you know, everything changes and everything is capable of change. This is why I talk about the, hey, Joe says slow yogi. Course in Miracles saying that the only lesson from the cross is that we can all survive our crucifixion, and that in every moment we have a choice. We can choose the crucifixion, where we crucify ourselves, we crucify other people, and we crucify with our thoughts, with our beliefs, with our how we think they truly are. Or, as well as doing that to ourselves, we can choose the resurrection, and the resurrection is rebirth. So there's a way of at least allow your grandchild's mother to have the opportunity to be reborn in your eyes. She may step up, she might not. We can't make any promises, but she might. But if she is treated like the most wonderful mother to be, maybe she'll grow into that role. Joe, thank you so much, my friend. Joe has just become the newest member. Much, much appreciated. Thanks. I hope to keep putting out some positive content. As well, the membership supports the live stream. So, man, means an awful lot. For one thing, and for me, it signifies that you believe in what I'm doing, believe in what I'm saying. And I hope I can live up to that. I hope I can live up with that, the love that you've extended. I will certainly do my best. Ginger says, oh, far from that. Out of 6 months, she lived here for 2 of them. Gotcha. And Joe says, oh, most definitely do. That means a lot. Northern Starseed Terror, how are you, my friend? Nice to see you. Let's see. Skit says, hi, everyone who came in. Hope you're smiling. Hey, Skits has a new song up. Hey, Skits, could you do me a huge, huge favor? Could you drop the link to your song? If you guys could go visit it, man, it's a powerful song. I think you're going to like it. It's a moving song. So, Nikos Kazantzakis. Again, he wrote Zorba the Greek, The Last Temptation of Christ, and a wonderful book on St. Francis, as well as many others. He was a Greek national treasure. He was a Pulitzer Prize winner for The Last Temptation of Christ. This is what he said about freedom. I hope for nothing. I fear nothing. I am free. I hope for nothing. I fear nothing. I am free. One of my all-time favorites. So this started out with a quote I saw from Albert Camus, the French philosopher. The only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free that your very existence is an act of rebellion. I love that. But it leaves us hanging. How do you get that free? Ginger says she has been banging, not just my son. I'm just hoping it's different color. We kicked her out. Well, but again, once someone becomes a parent, maybe things can change. Skis says, just so you know, I hate dropping links to my own stuff, but because Eric asked so kindly. Skits, I would have dropped it myself because I figured that you might be uncomfortable. But if I drop a link from my desktop, it just leads me back to the live stream, or leads people back to the live stream. And there is the link. Guys, definitely check it out. And not just that, check it out and leave a comment. Share it out. Let's make Skits famous. Deservedly so. Talent needs to be celebrated. Not only that, talent needs to be cultivated. Every single one of us has some type of natural innate talent that is we're not connected to because we don't realize it, or we've hidden it so deeply within ourselves. Which is a shame. Since I'm in a quoting mood, as always, almost always, and I got Google up and handy, let me bring this up. This is from Patanjali. Patanjali is considered the father of yoga. He wrote the Yoga Sutras. 195 sutras. Sutras actually means to stitch together in Sanskrit, which is where we got sutra that we use in medical terminology. Hey, Mercedes. Let me dive in the chat before I read that. Ginger says, when he told me that, I said, Shane, living here, I will not allow that kid to be a weapon. She can be here to visit only with him. She's not allowed here by herself. Yeah, there's definitely some hard, bitter feelings there for sure, Ginger. See what kind of mom she becomes. Everyone needs to grow into their role. Mercedes says, hi, Yogi. Mercedes, how are you? Ginger says, don't kick a pile of dog crap. That's excellent advice, for sure. Skid says, thank you, Northern Starseed. Hey, Pokeman. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. It's good to see you, too. Startsy says, no worries, mate. Semper says, greeting beautiful souls from across the pond, but under the same skies. Ginger says, or I'm sorry, Mercedes says, Ginger, stop cussing. Well, our friend is a bit stressed. Good reason. There's a lot going on. Selma says, hi, guys. I'm not feeling well. I'm sorry to hear that, Selma. Brian says hello, Eric, and hope everyone you having a good day, a great day. Thank you, Brian. Hey, thanks you for those links. I haven't fully watched the breathing video, but I will soon. I need to cover a breath that I've been talking about. I did it on my members channel, but I want to do it here as well. You guys let me know when you're ready, and we'll do some resonance breathing. But before that, I was talking about talent. This is from Patanjali in the Yoga Sutras. When you are inspired by some great purpose, some extraordinary project, all of your thoughts break their bonds. Your mind transcends limitations, your consciousness expands in every direction, and you find yourself in a new, great, and wonderful world. Dormant forces, faculties, and talents become alive, and you discover yourself to be a greater person than you ever dreamed yourself to be. So you don't even know, by you, I also mean me, us, don't even know how deep your talent is. Don't even know all of your talents. You don't even know how truly, truly great that you are. You realize that, um, Carl Sagan uh, wrote a book. To get the title, but in the book, it said, in order to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first create a universe. And I love that. In order to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first create the universe, because everything is so intimately connected. If you don't have a universe, you don't have apple trees. You don't have ground. You don't have soil. You don't have rain. You don't have all the infinite things that go into making an apple that gives you an apple pie, and on and on and on. So imagine the odds. Imagine everything that had to come together for you to be here, the entirety of the universe. In order to make a Joe Delaney from scratch, you first have to create a universe. In order to make a Mercedes Funk from scratch, you first have to create a universe. In order to make a Skits and his amazing talent from scratch, you need to create a universe. I have a sneaky suspicion that our friend Squirrel Sniper might have been here before the universe. That's my suspicion. Brian says it's okay. I just wanted to share Garth Vader's channel, the breathing guy, and shamanic stuff, because he can use subs. I already subbed, and I will definitely spend some time there. I love all things shamanism. Mercedes says you don't need to cuss. Yeah, I'm not much for cussing myself, but we allow everyone their own freedom to be themselves. Hey, Miss Flipper. How are you, my friend? Brian says hello to Mercedes. So no bickering, please. Go ahead and bicker. Joe says I was trying to tag you earlier, and that's what reminded me I hadn't joined your membership as I had intended. So I had to come to do so. That is so much appreciated. I gifted out a few yesterday. I didn't realize until I clicked the button and saw that I had 5 that I could give away. I get 10 in a month, and somehow I already gave away 5. So I gave away 5 yesterday. It's all done randomly. Never know who it's going to go out to. I heard Toy Pup say that it goes out to people mainly who don't visit too often, because it wants to draw people into your channel, which makes perfect sense. YouTube being much smarter than I am, algorithms being much smarter than I am. Let's see, where was I? Skip says these metaphors are really making me think. Very deep stuff. Yeah, they have. I can't read that quote by Patanjali without thinking a great deal about you, Skits. Selma says, I'm crying. I'm sorry, Selma. You're with your friends, though. Sadie says, okay. Semper says, Mother Nature was kidnapped. Interesting at the same time was the first writing, produced by mankind, moments after the deluge. Third time was the charm. If I keep saying something over and over again, it's either going to lose all meaning and I sit here babbling, looking at the camera, wondering why I'm saying something over and over again, or I'll hit it at least once correctly. Abdullah Hi says, "Hi, welcome back, my friend. Nice to see you. It's been a few days, maybe even a week or so." Someone says I'm not going to live stream anymore. They didn't support me, and I tried my best to support them. I'm really upset. Who are you referring to? Who didn't support you, my friend? Ginger says, "Thank you, Selma. Selma's got you back, Ginger." Seppa says, "Oi, oi, Brian Lane." Miss Pippa says, "I make apple pies and the universe from scratch." Northern Starseed, Mercedes, greetings. And of course, we do make the universe from scratch, just with our thoughts. Selma says, "I missed you." Skid says, "Hey, Brother Squirrel, you had a nice day. Hope you had a nice day. And you, Brian Lane, and everyone else in the chat." Selma says, "You're welcome." So we all make a universe from scratch. Here's my suggestion. Man, let's treat it like an Etch-a-Sketch. Let's give it a good shake. Let's start over. Man, I want to redo. It's a beautiful universe, but I still want to redo. Sniper says, "Even Ginger." Selma says, "Sniper, how are you?" It's TT305. I don't know who that is, Selma. Tandra says, "Hi, Yogi. Listening as cooking." Thank you. I enjoyed listening to you as well, my friend. I mentioned before, it's just a comfort, you know? Sit back and listen. That's my friend. TT305 says, "Didn't support me," or Selma says, "Didn't support me at all." The lady with her kid, furry. I'm sorry, Selma. You certainly do deserve support. Jenny says, "Selma and all blue are my fellow wafflets." I'm not sure that's a great compliment, Ginger. ATC says, "What's good, legends? How are you? What's up for the weekend, ATC?" Tandra says, "Hi to Joe, and thanks, Yogi." You're welcome, my friend. Brian says, "Yeah, Eric did. I saw the title. I didn't get a chance to see it. I will look it up right after the live stream. Mike Tyson push-ups yesterday, and was surprised I was able to do 100 without stopping. No surprise to me at all, Brian. You are a machine." Joe says, "I'm enjoying exploring and learning. The wiser I grow in this universe, no regrets. Just my personal experience." It is. That's what we have to go on. Personal experience. Ginger said, or Ginger, "I love you," says Selma. Um, I like the thought. Wiser I grow in this universe. Then, if we took it from a yogic point of view, even a cosmological point of view, that it's not so much that we're exploring the universe, we are exploring ourselves, and thus we expand the universe. Consciousness being the basis for the universe to exist. So as we explore our own consciousness, we're literally the evolution of the universe itself. Our personal evolution is the expansion of universal consciousness. And we could also say that universal consciousness is the expansion of us. I love the metaphor, and I've talked about this quite a bit. Um, and Alan Watts was one of the first people I ever read this from. That as the tree branches and the ocean waves, the universe solves, the universe peoples, and that we are, using that metaphor of the ocean, that we are waves cresting in the consciousness of the universe, in the ocean of consciousness, cresting, and then we fall back into the oceanness. We can call the ocean God, the mind of God. We are a idea, a thought in the mind of God. Problem is, um, from a Course in Miracles perspective, as well as a Buddhist perspective and a yogic perspective, is when that wave starts to crest, peaks, and starts to think, look at me. I'm a wave with all the power of the ocean, and yet I am separate apart from the ocean. So how could a thought in the mind of God ever be separate from God? An impossibility. That's the birth of the ego. When the wave says, look at me. Look how majestic I am as a wave separate from the ocean. The ocean created me, but now I'm separate. And when we collapse back in the ocean, there's that thought, that great sigh, that great relief of, I was never separate, ever. Junior says, Yogi, you are the butter on top. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that. Northern Stars says, I don't want to be a waffle. I don't blame you. ATC says, I'm about to give a lesson on life giving you lemons, Yogi. I will be fishing inside of my car live. Wow. What's going on with that? And when do we get to see it? Hey, Timo. Joe says, from inside your car country. Brian says, thanks to Joe. Timo is waving at everyone. Joe says, hello to Timo and Sabine. Brian says, hope you're having a great day, Joe. ATC says, from inside the car, Joe, laughing. If I pull it off, it should be fun. Man, I have no doubt that ATC, if anyone, can pull that off. I'm interested in how you're going to do it. Also, I'm interested in why. Why are you going to do it? Joe says, man, I hope you shared that content, country. Yep, absolutely. Scrapper says, Selma, I'm making some edibles. Jelly bears. Huh. ATC says I have Stones Joe going live at 2 Eastern Standard Time. That is not too far. So my goal is usually shoot for an hour or so, a live stream. So, man, I should be wrapping this up just in time to head on over and hang out with ATC. See what this car fishing is all about. Joe says, I'll check it out after my 8-minute video premiere at the same time. Hey, Joe and ATC, do you guys want to drop the link for your upcoming events? As well as dropping links. If you look up above, our friend Skits has a new song out on his channel, and it is a powerful song. So if you scroll up, you'll find the link. He premiered it about half an hour ago. Stuart says, hello everyone, and he says, Yogi, 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 oi, oi, oi. Gotta admit, I'm getting used to saying oi, oi, oi. ATC says, hey, hey, Stu. Miss Flipper says, to unpathed water, undreamed shores, a winter's tale. Shakespeare. Nice. To unpathed waters, undreamed shores. Beautiful. Stuart says, ATC, my dearest brother. Hi, Eve, my friend. How are you? Buddha is here, says, hey, Yogi, Joe, Stuart, Squirrel, and Country, and everyone in the background. I appreciate that. Buddha is driving. Joe says, slow fish whisperer. Northern Star Seed says, Eve. Good evening from Kenya. Good evening from the States. Well, for us, good afternoon. Good morning for some. I think it's probably still morning for Joe. Stuart says, I'm going to do a panel tomorrow. Hey, Stuart, who's going to be on your panel? Joe says, be careful, Buddha. Eve says hello to Joe. Asking how you are, Joe. Eve is asking how you are. ATC says 40 miles of wind gust. If I sat upright with the rods, it would be unwatchable. So I have to have the camera inside the car and got glow sticks for the rod tips when it gets dark. Ingenious. Showing everyone how to get it done. You know, sorry, you can't see my wagging finger. This is what we were just talking about. What I was just talking about, Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, how dormant forces become alive and you find yourself to be far greater than you ever imagined. That is a true inspired thought from All Things Country. Ginger says, that's what I said to my son. Ding, 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 wrap it up. Good advice to follow. Stuart says, hello, Buddha. Eve says, I'm good. To Eve, and how are you, dear? Stuart offers hello to Joe Delaney. Eve is doing well. So this is the link. Joe just dropped the link for her premiere coming up. It is in exactly, give me a second, guys, 19 minutes. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk for 19 minutes. And then we can all head over, hang out with Joe. And then afterwards, we can head over and hang out with ATC and see his fantastic setup. And, by the way, don't forget to check out Skitz's new song, please. Let's see, Stuart says anyone can come up on the panel tomorrow. Hey, Stuart, do you need StreamYard to do that? Let's say I wanted to. Would I need StreamYard to be able to join you? Miss Flipper says, greetings, Eve. Joe says, I'm not sure links posted on Vertical Lives, but it's on my community wall. Gotcha. Let me, it does, it came up for me. I clicked on it, and I'm on your page right now. Elevate your strength. Joe Delaney. Joe Delaney is a brand name now, by the way. Let me read. This is what, guys, this is what you will hear when you show up. Did you know studies show that starting this week with a strong workout boosts productivity and mood up to 30%, even when motivation is low. Let's kick off with strength and determination. In this video, I, meaning Joe, share 7 powerful workouts designed to target a specific muscle group with multiple angles, enhancing your strength and overall performance. Each exercise is unique and challenges your routine in new ways. Join me as we explore these diverse moves and unlock your full potential. She has a disclaimer, which is an important thing to have, but you know the tricks. You might not be certified, but you know the tricks. You know what to do. You know how to get results. And you certainly know how to motivate. Most importantly of all, you know how to inspire. I love talking about the difference between inspiration and motivation. Motivation gets you out of bed once, twice, maybe a couple times. Motivation is what you have on January 1st. It's something that you might be lacking in February. However, when you are inspired, everything changes. Everything changes. You might need an occasional jolt of motivation, like sometimes we all need a cup of coffee. But when you're inspired, this is what Patanjali was talking about. Dormant forces of the universe come together and reveals you to be a far greater person than you ever knew. When Joe lost the weight that she did, inspiration. Of course, she needed some motivation to get in those workouts, but she was inspired because she knew deep down inside what was going to happen when she kept showing up. Motivation is a tool, a very important tool. Inspiration is who we are. Inspire, in spirit. No one demonstrates that better than Joe Delaney. Let's see. Score says, well, that's Friday night. Sorted. Thanks, Eric. Anyone can come on panel tomorrow. Says, Stuart, you just come and I will drop the link in chat. Gotcha. Thanks, Stuart. Panel. I haven't really done like a panel before. I showed up once for Gus on his Sunday show because he wanted to ask me some questions about my thoughts on alien life. Little did I know that when I showed up, he was going to make me do push-ups, and he did. And then, of course, I did the live stream Sunday service with Odom. By the way, Odom has our good friend, or not Odom, Goga. Goga has our good friend Odom this Sunday. That's going to be powerful. Two awesome people. And Odom he's got a big story to share. His story. He says, I can't see the link, Joe. So, as Joe mentioned, if the link doesn't work, go to her community page. But it says 2 people can go live YouTube direct together. Okay. I need to figure out how to do that. He says I left a comment and a like on your upcoming premiere. You can see link on you can see links on liked videos. Ginger says, all right, wafflettes. Thank you guys. And Yogi Butter. I hope that nickname doesn't stick. I hope everything will it up to me to expect this. I have to take the time and finish my wife's car build. Well, I appreciate you stopping in, Ginger. I'll be back like 5:20. So if you want to come back and hang out, Ginger. Hey, Isabella. How are you? Let's see. Sampa says motivation is required partway through. Inspiring comes from a sparkle. From a sparkling star. Absolutely. Nicely said. Poetically said. Joe says, thank you, Yogi. Absolutely, Joe. Joe's waving at Isabella. And Michael says, hey, Yogi in chat. How's it going? I'm good on my I'm good. One of my YouTube friends wants to put my wands. Wow, nice. And my hiking sticks and letter openers in her magazine. Pretty cool. Very cool. Excellent. And well deserved. I got your video up. I just watched it. Let's see. That you got out at night. Nighttime camping and ghost hunting with our friend Michael. Sniper says, Stuart, what time do you reckon? We get some hearts from Eve. Thank you, Eve. Ginger says, I have more anger in front of this than now. The disappointment is moving in with a disgrace. Hey, that is all something that you can deal with, though, Ginger. For one, you're recognizing it. You're aware. Everything changes through awareness. Everything. If you are aware of anger, it immediately starts to change. If you are aware of anxiety, it immediately starts to change. And it puts you in a position of power. When you're unaware of it, when you are at the whims of anxiety or anger or whatever, you're in the midst of it, in the thick of it, and you can't change. But when you shift, I am aware. I am aware of anxiety. There's some space there. If you are aware of anxiety, then you can't be anxiety. You can be that which is experiencing anxiety, which gives you room to maneuver. That's where you take a step. That's where you take a breath. That's where you relax. Ginger says, my disappointment was too much. I know, I can imagine. Man, I can't offer much on that, Ginger, because I have not been in that position. Eve says, you're welcome, Joe. Michael says, yep, nothing paranormal happened, but that's good. Wolves out fakery. Yeah, that's the scientific method. Ginger says, I'll be on, or trying to be. I don't like to be in here if I'm drinking beer. It ruins it runs too deep. And I don't want to be fart saying to you guys, hey, you never could be. You never could be. Eve says, link to my latest video. Thank you, Eve. Let's bring that up too. These are all on my right after the live stream to watch. Joe is going to be live, or sorry, premiere in 9 minutes. I love premieres. They're like such a big thing. You put in your work. You've edited. You guys, I don't edit. I've never edited a thing I've never edited a video in my life. I don't even edit my writing so much as I rearrange things. Thank you, Eve. Eve says, breathing exercises have been helping me lately. I have another one that I would like to share with you. And I keep putting it off because I keep hoping that you'll be here. And now that you're here, I'm not going to be here for that long. But you remember the ujjayi breathing, that ha sound? And you remember breathing in for 4, exhaling for 4? It's very similar to that. We're going to do that ha sound, the ujjayi breathing. But we're going to breathe in for 6. And instead of the pause, we immediately exhale, easily, seamlessly. So we breathe in for 6, and then we exhale for 6. We breathe in for 6. It's a circular pattern. When we do the 4x4 breathing, we breathe in for 4. There's a natural pause. We exhale for 4. But this one is a very powerful method of bringing us deeply into that rest and digest. This can circumnavigate anxiety before it even surfaces. If you're anxious, do the 4x4 breathing, or another one that we'll cover in a little bit. And I might do a video later today on it. But that circular breathing, do it before you need to do it. And it'll, again, I'm not saying it just because I like using that word circumnavigating. I do like using it. But it sets the tone. It sets the tone. I'm glad they've been helping, Eve. Hey, Nightmare. Nightmare says, how's it going? It's going good, my friend. How about you? Junior says, since Nasty Thing came here, it's been beyond depression. I come here for laughs and positive. But we'll do our best, Ginger, to keep it that way for you. Eve says, I'm not good at editing. I just join clips and post them. I can't even join clips. For me, it's a one-shot deal. Eve says, amazing. Semper says, Eve, my father was a film editor and music editor to many famous artists. A35 says, I didn't notice that you were live. Yep. Not for much longer, though, my friend. As a matter of fact, in 6 minutes. Eve says, well, Sniper, you must be good at editing. Sniper says, greetings, A35. Ginger says, well, again, it was not my mess. I am here for him to fall back on. And should have made like normal. Man, it's the role of a father. That's for sure. It's a thankless role. Steph says, Eve, I don't do any anymore. I must start when I was 17 years old. Make a skateboard video. Made a TV channel. It was played well. Awesome. Hey, can we find that on YouTube by any chance? Eve says, my goodness, Yogi, we will keep learning. Hey, since we have about 5 minutes, I'm going to demonstrate it real quick. 1 or 2 breaths. This is called resonance breathing because it puts your brain waves, your heartbeat, your blood pressure, your mind, body, and spirit all in a cohesive state. So everything is relaxed and vibrating at that deep, deep, restful state. If you do it long enough, it's a meditation in and of itself. So I recommend closing your eyes and gently, don't force it. Don't even have to concentrate. Just gently put your awareness at that point between your eyes. It's where universal consciousness is manifested. It's that pinpoint of infinity. So you want to be relaxed, shoulders relaxed. Give your body a check-in. The most important thing we can ever do through the day, check in on your body. Am I tight? Am I tense in any part of my body? Then breathe into it and relax. This will help Starseed, my friend. So we're relaxed. You can have your hands on your lap. And we're going to do that Ujjayi breathing. Remember, the Ujjayi breathing is we're fogging up a pair of glasses. But we do it with our mouth shut. As we inhale, as we exhale. So it sounds like. Doesn't have to be loud. Just loud enough for you to hear it. It's a slight constriction of the throat, but you're not constricting it. You're just snoring. It's a gentle snore. Pretend that you are demonstrating how your spouse snores. And your spouse is a very gentle snore. So, I'm going to take a regular breath. 1 or 2 regular breaths. I'm going to breathe in for a count of 6. I'm going to use my hand for the count up and my hand for the count down. That's the speed you want to go. It's a count of 6. So here we go, guys. That was about 3 breaths and immediately calm, just doing it 3 times. Remember when you do the 4 in, 4 out, there's a pause. With this, you're eliminating the pause. You're breathing in for 6, you're breathing out for 6, you're breathing in for 6. It's your count. It doesn't have to be for 6 seconds. Your count of 6, your count of 6 going out. Nightmare says I woke up to a broken phone screen, so that was fun. I'm sorry about that, Nightmare. That's no way to start the day. So, Northern Starseed, this will really help. And you can do it for 10 breaths. You can do it for time. You can set the clock for a timer, 10 minutes. And again, it becomes a very gentle and easy meditation. I love doing it on my back, laying on my back, one hand on my stomach, one hand on my chest. The belly rises, the belly falls. The chest is staying mainly still. So we are coming up on Premiere. Just a minute, guys. Let's see, 5 people waiting. 1 minute. 1 minute away. Let's see, Northern Sarsi says, thank you, Yogi. You're welcome, my friend. And I'll be back at about 5:20. So if anyone is around and they want to go over this some more, I'm happy to do so. I also want to demonstrate the 4, 7, 8 breath. Breathing in for 4, holding for 7, exhaling for 8. And that will really curtail anxiety and help you sleep. So we got some hearts from Eve. Thank you. Ginger says, all right, see you guys. I will try to be on. Awesome. And let's see. Nightmare says, I always wake up to some random BS. My life is just like that. I'd be worried if everything was going normal. That is the normal. That's the normal, it seems, for some of us. That's for sure. We need to do some breath work sometime, Nightmare. Me and you. All right. Our friend Jo Delaney is doing her premiere. Skits has a new video. And afterwards, what else? We got a few things coming up. Eve's got a video. Let's support each other, guys. All right. I'm going to see everyone later. Take care.